I wanted to touch a little bit about, there's an article in the paper, like it was last week, about what you're doing with the city of New Britain and New Britain High School and New Britain Foundation for Public Giving. Maybe can you share with the audience? I think it's just really awesome, kind of what you're doing. Maybe you could share what that is.
Yeah, so we came across a pretty basic way of making face shields, which is one of the key PPEs that is very much in short supply, that's using materials that are fairly readily available, although they're becoming less so. Looking at the need and our affiliation with Hartford Healthcare, and then just also our relationships with other in the city, including the Hospital for Special Care. Hey, just do you guys is something that you may need? And they say absolutely. And hearing doctors and nurses, and you can see the fear and panic that they have. So we reached out, we made 2 calls. One was to Superintendent Nancy Serra, School District of New Britain. Hey, we need a place to do this and looking for volunteers. So before I even finished, she said, absolutely, let's use the high school, we'll use the gymnasium, and getting volunteers is going to be quite easy, believe it or not, because people really want to help out in a time of crisis. That's just human nature, I think. And then we reached out to the Community Foundation of Greater New Britain, to David Obazinski, President and CEO of there, and said, hey, we're looking for some funding, because we saw an email that they were looking, how can they help mobilize the community? I think he had 20,000 within 24 hours. And really that's the money is just to purchase the supplies for the volunteers to actually assemble the face shields. And I think we're at 40,000 now and climbing, but our goal is to make at least 18,000 within the next few weeks.
That's really fantastic. So what's OK's role in kind of helping make this happen?
Right. So OK's role is supply chain, coordinating all the materials, setting up the assembly lines, doing the training, just the overall technical aspect of it and the business side of it. The high school is providing the facility, providing the volunteers, and we've come up with CDC guidelines about how the volunteers are selected and chosen and trained and brought into the facility. And the Community Foundation is taking care of all the funding side. So it's just a great partnership for the community.